good to be out tonight. How are you guys doing? Glad to be out?
Yeah.
I am so happy to be out because I've got children. I don't know if anybody else here has children. But you do? You wouldn't even care if I wasn't funny. You know what I'm saying? You're out of the house. That's all you care about. I mean, you wouldn't care if I wasn't even here. You would just look at the microphone and say, what a great show. That's what you would say. It doesn't talk back. It doesn't say no. It doesn't say shut up. Give it up for Whitney Houston. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. So I had 2 kids within 2 years, and there's a term for that, and that's called suicidal. Now, with the first baby, the doctor said, you know, when the pain gets to be too rough, call us and we'll give you a pain blocker. And I said, too late. You should have given me a pain blocker for the first 5 years of my marriage. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, I have a Jewish mother-in-law. Maybe these lights are too bright and the highlights are really big this week. You don't get it, but I am a black woman with a Jewish mother-in-law. Now, you know the only thing we have in common is that we don't want to get our hair wet. Hey! So there was much drama when we got the sonogram results because she was very excited. Okay, so now that we know we're having a little girl, I would like to know what you plan on naming our little Chachka, okay? Okay, now I realize there's a difference in the background with the African-American, colored, whatever you people call yourselves these days. But I don't want a name that's difficult to pronounce like Shaniqua. I'm looking for a name short but delicious like Hadassah or Golden. You don't have to be a Jew to know that's a jacked up name you're giving to little black kids. They're going to be running around in Harlem with their cousins Rashid and Rashida. They're going to be like, yo Hadassah, yo Goldie, yo my sisters, what's up? But there was drama from the moment I met my mother-in-law. My husband, the brilliant attorney, decides to introduce me to his mother for Passover, for Pesach, ladies and gentlemen. And in the car, on the way to Passover Seder, he leans over and says, look, we're not going to tell Mommy you're black. I said, that's so smart she'll never notice. But she noticed, and that's when I noticed that Jews can't whisper. Have you noticed this, ladies and gentlemen? It's phenomenal. Jews can't whisper because black people know how to whisper. You know, they're like, I'm saying. We don't know what we're saying, but we know how to whisper, and that's my point. I met Ruthie for the first time, and I said, Ruthie, thank you so much for having me. She said, oh, pleasure so mine. Have a seat. And Elliot put my pocketbook away. So now I meet the best friends for the first time, Edie and Mordecai. Now, and you know I'm not lying because we don't have any Mordecais in the hood yet. So dig this. Edie is this big blonde Hungarian Jewish princess with green eyes, blue eyeshadow. Every time blinks her eyes, looks like a traffic light saying, go, 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 go. You know, sweetheart, Ruthie says to me that you say that you are black. You're such a beautiful girl. Why do you want to say these things about yourself? I'm a school teacher 23 years. Believe me, I'm in Brooklyn. I know the black people. You are not black. I said, thank you. And I said to myself, wait till you check your wallet. You'll see who's black then. But see, it's a trip because, like, just being with the whole scene of Jews is just a trip. You know, when I met my father-in-law, we were sitting at the Seder table, I got so nervous because he pulled out this green, bushy, leafy stuff, and he said, we will now all partake of this bitter herb. So I was like, I'm down. I pulled out my Easy Wider. Try to see what kind of crowd this is. But it's interesting. It's just interesting. Because, you know, I'm trying to think of, you know, they said if you can give me a Hebrew name, your Hebrew name. And so, my Hebrew name is Shratza. It's okay, my husband doesn't, he calls me Nigala. It's unbelievable. He's very happy. It's wonderful being Jewish. Honest to God, it's wonderful. And I remember when I had to go to the mikveh, because I'm also Jewish, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. When I had to go to the mikveh and I found I was getting my hair wet, I sounded like a real Jew. Then I said, oh my God, my hair! But it's been interesting because, you know, I'm out here now and I'm not from here, so I'm from the East Coast. So when I came out here, everybody warned me. They said, gotta be careful, you gotta watch out. There's a lot of Mexicans out here. That's what they call me. That's what they call, I swear to God. That's what they said. They gotta watch out. There's Mexicans. I don't know about Mexicans, but I know one thing. There's a lot of friggin' Persians out here. That's what I've learned. Yeah. And they're beautiful, don't get me wrong. I mean, these women are gorgeous. You got to see my mommy and me class. It's like one eyebrow in the back of the class, ladies and gentlemen. These women give their kids names that I've never heard before. You know what I'm saying? This is what you hear through the temple all the time. You hear, Brandon, Brandon. That means Brandon. That's real, right? Then you go, Jonathan, Jonathan. That's Jonathan. Then I heard, Niga, Niga. That meant nigga, that meant me. I said, wait a minute, hey! I'm speaking Farsi. And it's amazing because, you know, they're just beautiful. I looked at them, you know, one day I said, wow, I said, one of these women, how do you do it? How do you do it? You come in, your hair's on, your lipstick's on. How do you do it? How do you do it? And I realized how they do it. They bring the kids to school an hour late every day. That's how they do it. These people have no idea or concept what time is. They make black people look like we're prompt. It's unbelievable. And then I had all these other experiences going on. Anybody ever go to a place called Elot Market? Anybody ever heard of this place? Well, you know, it's different from, you know, a little bit of like that little hood thing that goes on with me. You know what I'm saying? I went in to go shopping, and the first thing they did was stop me at the door. No, you have to park in the cart. You have to park the cart. I'd never seen anything. They've got to park the cart. So this is what goes on in this place. And I mean, I never saw things like this. I never saw people who just pile stuff on a counter and don't buy it. I've never seen anything. Because they're going back to get something else and they're going to try. It's canned corn. How are you trying to make a bargain? You can't do this. Because the last time I did not pay this full price like this. And I like you, you're a nice girl. I've never seen anything like this. And the Persian women are very dramatic. You've never seen anything like this. Out of nowhere, I heard a Persian lady, she's about 125, and she stood up and she said, help me, help me! And I said, oh my God, somebody help her. I said, what do you want? She said, meat. That's what she said. That's what she said. She said meat. That's all she wanted was meat. And that's why she was laying across the goddamn floor, and I was worried about this woman. So I had it with that. Let me tell you. I'm not going to even play with any of these people. This woman took my cart. I said, excuse me, that is my cart. Because I had to park my cart. That's my cart. She said, no, you're not going to take this cart. This is my cart. I said, that is not your cart. Now I got to do my head action to prove to this woman, you are not taking this cart. I'm up here in the lot market showing these people, hey, you ain't doing this to me today. This is my cart. I had to get this cart, park this cart, and tip this Mexican. I am not giving up my cart. Grandma looked at me, she took a look and she said, but this is my card. I tell you this, I like you like sister. This is my card. Why would I want to rely on you like this? This is my card. I said, how do you know it's your card? She said, because I brought it myself from Ross. This woman brought her own cart from Ross, shop for less. It's still not her cart. But I don't want people to think I'm, you know, like always bashing people, because I love Jewish men. I started dating Jewish men at a young age, not regular Jewish men. I was like the gangster Jews. From Brooklyn, don't go quiet. You got them here too. On Fairfax with the cow pats and press on dreadlocks. You know what I'm talking about? And ladies, you know how he won my heart. I met him in a shoe store and he said those words that made me take off all my clothes. He said, for you I get special price. So I'm dating this guy, I get all the shoes, I break up with him, and he starts stalking me. Stalking me. Do you know it's like being a sister stalked by an Orthodox Jew? What is wrong with this picture? This man is calling my house, hanging up the phone and harassing me. So I had to get black on him, and I know how. Because I watched the rap videos on BET. I was like, yo, my man, why are you calling my house, hanging up the phone and harassing me like this? David. These are not jokes. He's honest to God. You know what he said to me? He said, babe, why do you think it is me? I said, why? Because the hang-up calls stop at sundown on Friday. Do you think I would stop there? I went to Israel. That's what I did. I went to Israel. I was like, wow, there's a lot of Jewish men in Israel, right? That's what I'm finding. Some men in Israel. And I gotta tell you something. Jewish men, these Israeli men, have you ever been with one? You just gotta do it just once in your life. Who cares? Just do it. So what? Just once. Never tell them. Because they'll tell you things in bed you have never heard before in your life. they have said things. I mean, they say things. They make up stuff. I've never heard anything like this. Honey, look at me when I make love to you. Look at me. Look at me. Say what I want you to say. Say it. Shlomo is your papa. Say it. Honey, I love you. So hot, nice bush. I love you, honey. So hot. Oh, it's so hot. You know, it's so hot in here. But in my van, I've got air conditioner. I give to you special price. So in closing, I want to say that I came on stage tonight a little off. And I am a little off because I come from the heart of the ghetto in a place called Paterson, New Jersey. That's right. Home with big hair. Hey! So I was raised to believe that everyone is a racist because my Uncle Junie Boy taught me that. Like every black family has an Uncle Junie Boy. Like every Latino family has an Uncle Bongo, but Bongo likes little girls. Anyway, that's another story. Anyway, listen! So my Uncle Junie Boy is a trip because he's obsessed with racism in Vietnam. Uncle Junie Boy has books on Vietnam. Uncle Junie Boy has movies on Vietnam. Uncle Junie Boy has never been to Vietnam, ladies and gentlemen. But the obsession is off the hook. And he gets excited when he talks to me about it, about racism in Nam. He'd be like, yo, Sundala, check this out. Don't be buying no pizza pie from them damn Italians, yo. Because they racist, yo. And I learned that when I was in Nam. That's how I was raised. It's craziness. But now I'm in New York City, LA, and I'm married to a Jew, and I'm here to tell all of you that none of that's true. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, everyone is not a racist. That's right, everyone is, however, a Nazi bastard, and that is what I've learned from living with a Jew. You laugh, but I gotta tell you something. I used to be rough and tough, and I thought everyone was afraid of me. Now, I'm living with a Jew. I'm paranoid and neurotic, and I think everyone's talking about me. And that's what's happening for living with a Jew. But you know where I'm paranoid most? Ladies, back me up. Have you ever been to the Korean, Malaysian, Vietnamese nail salons and think they're talking about you? I thought it was just me. I walk in and they're a little too happy to see me, like it's my birthday, She doesn't even know me. It pisses me off. I say, good afternoon, my name is Sunda. I've got a 6 o'clock pedicure appointment with Kim. Oh, hello, Sunda. Mm-hmm. Oh, 안녕하세요. So good to see you today. Mm-hmm. Are you out here for a pedicure? Very good. Come. Time to take off my shoes and socks now, because it's time to do soaky. We're gonna soak feet, push my cuticle, and do a clippy, and a toenail. Very good. Have a seat. I'll be right back. Ani! Sunda, 빨리 meow. Oh, this color girl got a toenail. Look at the dinosaur.